What up, world? It's your boy Dirty D. For those that know me, for those that follow me on IG, my handle is at @RumpleSmoothSkin, and welcome to episode 11 of Digging in the Grape podcast. Now, today I picked up one of the shoes that I've been desperately waiting on. The other one was the Air Jordan 4 Cement. We did a review on that already. The next one is the Air Jordan 5 Grape. Now, the last time this shoe retro was in 2018. It wasn't a big release. It was more like a special edition. It was a Fresh Prince version. It did not have the laces because, of course, Will Smith, in the debut of the Fresh Prince episode, he wore this shoe with no laces, and he wore the metallic black 5 with no laces. So, that was just them paying homage. He did get two versions of the Air Jordan 5. There's supposed to be a Bel Air version, but, yeah, the first one actually did well. The second one, not so good. But today we're going to talk about the Air Jordan Grape 5. And I got to say, man, this is what I expected on the Air Jordan 4. The leather is pretty plush. It's pretty soft. The aesthetics of it, the presentation of it is good. The Nike Air branding finally returns. The last time we saw this shoe retro to the public was in 2013 with the Jumpman branding. And you can tell it's a big difference. The materials on the 2013, not as good. A lot of people always praise the 2006 version of this release because that was the first time it retro. But again, it retro with the Jumpman logo on it. I did not obtain that pair, but I did grab the 2013 pair in hopes of, obtaining that same feeling that everybody talked about with the 2006 pair. But honestly, it was a lackluster. And I gotta say, this held well. The 2013 version held well up until this point, up until when the 2025 version actually came out with the return of the Nike Air branding, I should say. And fun fact is, this is the only Jordan 5 that actually debuted with leather. Now, with the 2013 version, they tried to do something with the leather because there's two materials on the OG version of this that came out in 1990. So the top part is supposed to be like a Durabuck, a white version of Durabuck. You can kind of see the details on this because this is pretty worn. I've had this for a very long time. So like the mid part here is supposed to be all leather, and then the top part here is supposed to be like that Durabuck material, and it's supposed to be two different type of materials. But a lot of people who did own the 1990 pair says that this is really good. The toe cap looks real good on this one versus the 2013 version. And honestly, it looks totally different from the black metallic 5 that we got this year. Of course, this is the reimagined version. This did not come with a hang tag. The metallic version did come with a hang tag. I don't believe the original version of the Grape 5 or the metallic came with a hang tag. Correct me if I'm wrong. I just don't remember it. But yeah, this one didn't come with a hang tag at all. And I gotta say, this is a beautiful sneaker. It's great. I love it. Like I said, this is what I was expecting the Air Jordan White Cement 4 to come out as. They did put the Widow's Peak on there, something true to the original. One detail I did notice is the window here with the mesh and the actual netting. It's a little bit bigger on the OG version. For some reason, I guess they don't want to add that detail back to it. But as far as everything else, like I did watch a review of these online, and these hold up pretty close to the OGs. It's a good shoe, and I'm actually very happy with it. I hope that the Fire Red 5 that comes out later this year is the same consistency as this. You can tell that you can put some really good miles on here. Again, like I said, I'm not no leather expert in previous episodes, but this looks really nice. It's beautiful to the touch. Again, that toe cap on the original 5s. A lot of people complained about that. Like I said, this 2013 version, that toe cap does look a little weird, but apparently they got it right on this one. And then, like I said, with the reimagined version, they just did something different, I'm gonna assume, with the materials used on this, because these are not the original materials used on the black metallic 5. That toe cap here is just a little bit different from the 2025 white Grape 5. Last time these came out, there was a black version that came out with this as well. I did not get that version in 2013. It aged well. It actually looks good. kind of be cool to maybe see them do that and maybe re-retro it with a Nike Air branding on it with their new tooling that they've done with the, with the 5. They actually sized down on these. I'm usually a 10.5, but with the new size and the Grape 5, that toe cap is pretty wide, so I was able to size down and half a size down in these. You do get the Grape hints. You get the reversed Air Jordan on the tongue here, true to all the original OG 5s or retro 5s from, that 2000 era. And I'm really happy with this release. Like I said, it was really 2 shoes I was looking forward to. This was the second one out of the 2. And, Nike delivered. They don't always deliver, but Nike definitely delivered on these. There's a picture of Chris Rock in these, which is an iconic image. Another reason why I kind of wanted these. He had on a members only jacket, some ripped jeans and some Grape 5s. So, this is a really good shoe. You do see Jordan wear this on one of the Wheaties boxes. The OG collectors out there, some of them have the original Wheaties box with, Jordan wearing these with the actual outfit and the Grape 5s on it. I wasn't that detailed back then to even be buying stuff like that. So it's kind of cool to see this come back in the original form with the Nike Air branding and to see them, add attention to detail. Again, like I said, the actual window here is a little smaller on the retro version. On the actual OG 1990 pair, it's actually bigger. Something I would like to see return, but, we'll see what happens. Like I said, finally to be able to see, the Grape 5 return, closest, truest to the original as possible is pretty cool. Last time you saw the actual lace locks, you had the Jumpman logo on here. It returns with the Nike Air branding on there as well. So it's pretty dope to see them go back to that. With the boxes, you get the original Nike Air branding on the box, Jumpman logo. On the 2013 version, you just got the Jumpman logo with the Jumpman Air. And honestly, it's pretty dope to see them go back to that. Now, the boxes were a little bit smaller on the 1990 pairs, more closer to like this trainer box. Just not too crazy, but, the boxes were a little bit smaller. They weren't as massive as they are now. But, to see the original branding on this box. $215, the tariffs then went up. Last time I grabbed the other Grape 5s, I believe they was 180 or 190, between 170 to 180, somewhere around there. It wasn't quite 190 just yet, but, we'll see what happens, man. These tariffs is killing us. Them Aquas, $215, man, that's crazy for a pair of Jordan 8s. We'll see what happens, man. We're getting rumors about these undefeated 4s. They got 2 versions potentially coming out. The release date got pushed. So, like I said, Nike up to no good again, or up to what they consider good, I guess. But we'll see as we progress in this sneaker game. All right, y'all know what else y'all here for. Let's go ahead and dig in the crate. So we're going to keep it true to the Fresh Prince theme, Will Smith theme. Today, we're going to dig in the crate and talk about the Air Jordan 6 White Infrared. One of my personal favorites, one of my personal favorite silhouettes. My personal favorite Jordan is the Black Infrared 6. This is a close second to that. Last time this came out was also 2013 with the Jumpman Air branding. This shoe has yet to retro with the Nike Air branding on there. And it'd be dope to finally see Nike maybe 2026, hoping for it, push to bring back, with the reverse infrared 6 coming out. Maybe they'll think, let's go ahead and just, bless the crowd with a white infrared 6 with the Nike Air branding on it. Now, I love this shoe. The materials on here wasn't too crazy. The leather is kind of, I guess it's okay. But again, like I said, it'd be cool to see that Nike Air branding return on the white infrared 6. Again, this is another dope shoe that Will Smith wore, during that run of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And it's just a lot of dope shoes. I want to see a lot of that stuff, from those eras return. I was young. I wasn't really into it like that. I started getting into it later as I got into high school and all that other stuff like that. But, it's cool to see the nostalgia come back. I've heard rumors that Nike got a lot of stuff in the pipeline coming out. They trying to return to that essence, start kicking people asses again. Because like I said, New Balance, Adidas, and a couple of other Nike, outside of Nike brands, have been beating them down lately because, Nike don't really pay attention to detail like that because they top of the food chain. So they usually like to, just continue to just do their thing, and just whatever happens, happens, and they just go with it, go with the flow. All right. I want to thank y'all for tuning in to episode 11 of Digging in the Grape podcast. Please like, share, and subscribe on YouTube. It's your boy Dirty D, Rumple Smooth Skin on IG. I'll see you guys on the next episode. Peace.